Hello, Garden Talk Jamerican here. We finally finished our DIY root cellar. And as I explained before, I decided to dig the hole. I put some rocks at the bottom of the hole so that the can is not resting directly on the soil, to limit the insects and all that sort of thing that could get into the can. My husband bored some holes in the can here for ventilation. Then I'm going to immerse the can in the roots, in the coal frame. This is the coal frame. At first, I thought to myself that I could extend the hole from the top of the can up through the coal frame. Then I had an oops moment when my husband said, how are you going to get the coal frame to open if you put the hose on top? So I had to do a quick rethinking and seal the hole with tape on top of the coal frame. I had to put tape on it. I don't know if you can see the tape, the masking there. Tape, not masking tape, some kind of tape. So there it is. And my husband did this job of putting the hose. I tell him to put the hose on the side because I don't know how well air will get in it so that it's properly ventilated when I close the top of the coal frame like that. See, I'm not sure. This is all an experiment at the moment, and I'll modify it in the years to come as we go. Now, I learned something, and we learn from other people's experience. I did not make the wheel, and I have no intention of reinventing the wheel. So I learned from others. And someone said they learned from their experience that because metal sweats, it's best to put something like paper bags, brown paper around the can before you put in the straw. So I am putting some paper bags in the can around the side of the can before I put in the straw, and see how well that works. Yep, let's do some more. So we have some paper bags, and hoping that this will help with the moisture from the can when the can sweats, which I think the can is going to sweat, because when I pull over the top of the coal frame, when it's hot, the top of the coal frame sweats. So this is what it's gonna look like. Right, there's a can. And now I am going to put straw in the can. Now, I am not sure how much straw I will have to put at the bottom. I guess it depends on the amount of potatoes. But right now, I am just going to do a test run with some potatoes. We ate most of our potatoes already. So next time, God willing, I will plant more potatoes. And I've discovered something. The Yukon Gold potatoes and the red potatoes, like the red gold, the red rose, and the Pontiac, and whatever, they sprout much faster than the russets. So I'm going to plant more russets, God willing, next year. Actually, I've planted a few that I am going to do for fall. So I'm thinking that the later the potatoes are harvested, the better it is to store them in the root cellar. You know, trying a thing. As we say back in JA, I'm just trying a thing. So, here we go. Now, I am going to do a few test potatoes and see how long they last before fall comes. See if they sprout any at all. Why do we say any at all? I said see if any of them sprout. So I'm using some pretty hard ones, and these are russets that I harvested. They're small. We like small potatoes like that. So I am going to just doing a test drive here, you would say. Yeah. And then, because it's still pretty hot here, I want to see how long. I'm covering them with straw, and I'm going to see how long they last. If they sprout before fall, I'm definitely going to be putting some in the fall. So I've covered them, and then I am going to put the can inside of the hole, down in the hole, and in the cold frame, right, like that. Now, hole is pretty deep. Yeah. I'm going to show you, see if I can give you a shot of the can down in the hole. And pretty deep down there. Ooh. Oh well. I don't know if you can see the can. It's hard to see this can down in the hole. I'm going to pause a little. So, here's the can down in the hole. Right? Let the grass start growing on the side already. Then I am going to put straw around the can. This can does not have a handle on the top. The handle is on the side. Well, anyway, so this is what it looks like. That's the hole. And I'm going to put straw around it. Let's see if we can get you to see that part. Okay. So that's the best shot of it I can get. So I am packing straw down the hill, right, and right down the side of the can. Matter of fact, I am going to, this is a string which is handy to pull up the can. So I'm packing some straws down the side. some. I think that this is it. So a few potatoes are in the can, straws are on the side. Then so this is what my husband did with the top. He inserted a hose in here, seal it in, and put a mesh over this so that insects does not get in. So I hope that this can provide enough ventilation. My only concern is that when the cold frame top is closed, will there be enough air? So it's a test as we go along. It's a test run. Too much straw on this side. Can't close. All right now. all right. Okay. We modify as we go along. Modifying. Let's see if this will work. So the can top is going on. Yeah, seal properly. Now, turning it this way, or maybe I should turn it that way, where there's a flow of breeze coming in. So this is what it looks like on top. Now I am going to put straw on top, but I've come up with another idea and I'll show it to you. I've bought these interlocking foam floor tiles to put on top of the can. Well, not on top of the can. I'm going to have to bore a hole in the side where the hose comes out. Like, put a hole over here. Then, I don't know. Cut it. Yeah. I'm going to cut it like this and slide this on top of the can to protect the can when it gets really cold, to protect it from cold. So it will be protected by this, and I'll do like maybe 2. And it will be protected by the top of the cold frame. So that is what I am going to do. But in the meantime, I am going to put straw. Got lots of straw. Got some freebie straw. I'm going to put straw on top because it's still pretty hot out here in Georgia. So I'm putting straw on top of the can. Like that. Yeah. Putting straw on top of the can. Kind of keep it cool. We hope. Yeah. I don't need to get to those potatoes. Those are test run potatoes to see what they look like in about 2 months or so. Maybe. No, not 2 months. Yeah, maybe 3 months, because first frost is not going to be until about maybe November. Sometime in November. So that's straw on top there. And then the only thing is, will there be enough ventilation coming into the cold frame? I am not sure. We will see how that goes. I am not an engineer. My husband, he did this. He thinks there will be enough ventilation coming in when the top of the cold frame is closed. Push come to shove. I will put a little hole in this, back in the stop where I have the tape. I'm just glad. And I don't think a lot of cold would go inside. So push come to shove, to get enough ventilation, I'll bore another hole back in the taped area. So this is what it's gonna look like. That's the top of the cold frame. And this cold frame has this on top. Has the little hooks on the side where you can hinge it to the side if need be, which I don't think I'm going to do, because the idea is to keep out the cold. But it does have some hinges on the side, but I am not so sure that that would be a great idea, because you want to keep out the cold. In the meantime though, I think I'll close it. Now, here is something else. There was, I think I'll add some more straw to the side. Just for protection. Don't know how much ventilation it will get. I really don't. I'm thinking that the hose maybe should have been more straight up and not as curved as this. But we used what we had. But in about 3 months' time, if we have to replace the hose, put a hose that is straight up instead of curved like that, then we'll do that, you know. All right, so this is what it is. Now, I had an issue where water was going, because this is the patio, the back of the patio, and water was running from the side of the patio into the trench, into the hole. So, this is really Holy Spirit who gave me this idea. I'm thinking, what am I going to do to stop the water? And it just came to me in my spirit, by the Holy Spirit, of course, who leads and guides us into all truth. There, do a trench. And so, I did a trench. And the trench goes back into my herb area, the side of my herb area, and behind where I plant my potatoes and sweet potatoes. And I got the concrete mix. It's pretty solid. Look at it. I got the concrete mix and I put it, and then I put some rocks here so that we don't have, and as a matter of fact, I'll maybe add a little concrete right here. Probably not. I use this board to keep stuff from just going into the coal frame and going down in the hole. So this is what it is. I don't know. I hope this gives you some idea of what you can do. I'm going to close the coal frame. I know that the coal frame will help to protect it from some of the winter frost and freeze. And I am thinking that this, and maybe I will just, yeah, here's another idea. Maybe, this is an idea. Maybe I'll put, instead of having to do a cutting of the interlocking tiles, I will just lay them on top of the cold frame and put something on it to keep it down. Well, that's an idea. Tell me what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know. I hope it gives you some idea, at least give you some ideas, okay? And thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking them. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. My whole aim mainly is to help one another. Is to give you some ideas, you know, or remind you. Maybe you know it already. You just need a little refresher. I don't know. Well, may the Lord bless you. As per usual, may He bless the work of your hands. Take care. Shalom.